It's time for the 2015 Midwest Championships. We're at the University of Minnesota at the Rec and Wellness Center, which boasts 12 courts and is one of the premier facilities here in Minneapolis. We'd like to welcome you all to the event. We have a great event for you. And remember, the WRT plays best 2 out of 3 with the tiebreaker to 11. So get ready as the battle for number 1 continues here with the WRT.
Being number 1 is not just a title, it's a confirmation that all of the hours of work have paid off. If you want to be number 1, there's no time for breaks, no timeouts, and no tomorrows. There's just the work that you put in today. More than I want, I will be number 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the finals here at the Midwest Championships. Are you guys ready for the main event? You got to show us some love here. That's what we like. Let's get excited. Now remember, you're allowed to be loud. We want to hear you cheering, okay? We got some very special players coming up for our final event, but first we're going to take a few minutes to thank those who made the event possible. We'd like to give a special shout out to the tournament directors, Brian Phillips and Mitch Hoffman. Give it up for them. It's not an easy task running these things. We've had great food and a great event, and we hope to see you all here again next year. Are you guys having a good time? Do you want another WRT event in the future? All right, that's what we like to hear. Of course, we would like to thank the volunteers behind the desk for helping us and volunteering their time to make this event run smoothly as well. Also, the University of Minnesota for the beautiful use of their facilities here at the Rec and Wellness Center. And a special thanks to our sponsors, Rodney Southwood from Freight Management Logistics, Brian Turtle from Turtle's Bar and Grill, and Brian Phillips from Splat Shots. Yeah, give it up for the sponsors. And of course, the WRT presenting sponsor, Gearbox Racquetball. If you guys want to check out more Gearbox products, go to gearboxrb.com. We are using the official ball of the WRT. That's the Gearbox Black Ball. You can find that online as well. Now let's go ahead and bring out the players and get this final event started. So, the number 3 ranked player here on the WRT, you all know him very well. He's representing for Minnesota here. Give a warm welcome to Jake Bredenbeck. And today, Jake will be facing off against the number 1 player on the WRT from Juarez, Mexico. Put your hands together for Polo Gutierrez. All right, Polo's gonna call the coin toss. Heads or tails? Oh, whoa, whoa. Are you ready? All right, it's tails. All right, that means Polo will start serving. Best of luck. And here we are at the finals of the Midwest Championships. We have Polo Gutierrez in the colorful pink shorts against Jake Bredenbeck. right, and the first point for Polo Gutierrez. Of course, I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me for the broadcast is David Bobby Horn, one of the WRT pros. Welcome, Bobby.
Thank you again for having me.
All right, side out for Bredenbeck. Bredenbeck ranked number 3 here on the tour against Polo number 1, who's been dominating the last couple WRT events. See if Jake can shake it up here.
Oh, nice shot.
First point for Jake. Getting some love from the Minnesota crowd here, cheering on their hometown boy.
One serve one.
Boy with the beard. All right, all tied up here at 1-1 in our final match of the evening as the battle for number 1 continues here at the Midwest Championships. Between number 1 Polo Gutierrez, number 2 Alex Cardona, and number 3 Jake Bredenbeck, there's a bit of a points race that started in January at the top of our season, with Polo Gutierrez ending 2014 as the WRT champion. And that's what we're adding these numbers here for all season.
Skip ball point.
Skip there from Polo puts Bredenbeck in the lead.
This will be the most important part for Jake all matches, his serve. Everything will build off the serve. He serves well, he has a very good chance of winning.
Now, Gutierrez and Bredenbeck have faced off a couple times before in the semifinals at the Mount Rainier Open in February and last year at the Monterey Open. And so far, Bredenbeck has yet to beat Gutierrez. So
Gutierrez, Jake beat him in Sonora for the number 1 spot.
That's right.
A couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago.
Yeah. See if he can get a repeat here. That Sonora Open final that Jake won went to 3 games. The scores 15-10, 2-15, and 11-2, and that was the first championship for Jake Bredenbeck. Coming out strong here in game 1 of our finals.
1-3.
It's a great shot. Jake starting off with the Z serves, missed the angle on a few of them, has a few points off a jam serve, but if he wants to score points off that Z serve, he needs to get it going into that sidewall with a little bit of a better angle.
Gutierrez faced Cliff Swain last night in the semifinals, defeating him in 3 games to make it here to the finals today.
Yeah, we had 2 great semifinals last night. Both these guys are actually losing those semifinals and battled back to win, so it's pretty impressive for them to be here. I know Polo was down 5-0 in the breaker and came back and won that match when Cliff was serving amazingly all day yesterday.
Yeah, and Bredenbeck went to a tiebreaker against Cardona, losing the first game and coming back to win the second 2. So these guys have had long weekends, although both of them not playing doubles this weekend, saving it all here for the finals.
Second serve.
Tying it up here, 3-3. I'm sorry, 4-3 as Gutierrez takes the lead. 5-3. All right, a little behind here on my scoreboard.
Lowers confusion on the score, confuses Polo as he hits himself with the serve. And Jake gets back in the box, 3 serving 5. See if he can get this angle on the Z serve going a little bit better. That's much better. And that was just too good.
Gutierrez seemed to like it.
Yeah, Jake hit a good serve there, and Polo just turned through it and splat rolled that ball from 39 feet.
3-5. Point.
Jake almost slipping and falling, still killing that ball. Good recovery, good adjustment.
Definitely got the crowd on his side here. They're cheering him along as he plays in front of all of his Minnesotian fans here.
4-5.
It's always good to play in front of your home crowd. It's good that we all have gotten to play
Skip ball, side out.
near our home crowd, with the exception of maybe Anthony Herrera. We don't have any tournaments in Arizona
Top
yet.
four.
Not yet.
Side out.
All right, big side out here for Bredenbeck, an opportunity to tie it up.
4-5. Side out.
This is going to be a tough final here today. David, I like to put you on the spot. Any predictions here? What do you think?
My heart says Jake.
Ball, side out.
My gut says today, Jake. It's his home crowd.
4-5.
He's been serving well. He actually, I've been talking to him, he's toned down his serve a little bit. He's not trying to kill the ball on his serve so much, and he's been serving better all weekend. Playing better than he has over the recent month or so. So I'm going to take Jake just because I know he's really hungry for that #1 spot.
Changing up his serve really worked for him last night against Cardona. Interesting to see how that works against Gutierrez.
Side out.
Yeah, he's definitely changed his game a little bit since he's gotten home. I know I just met his father, and his father was telling him basically use your brain a little bit, and if you're missing off the back wall, tone your serve down a little bit, make it more. And last night he ended up taking that tiebreaker pretty convincingly because of that reason.
The good old play smarter, not harder mentality.
As Polo flat rolls another forehand with that awkward grip of his.
Point.
Nice return there by Jake, but Polo answers right back.
6-4.
Polo seems to be finding a bit of a rhythm out there right now.
7-4.
Got a couple points in a row. Polo looking pretty comfortable out there right now, and I think that's definitely something you don't want, is for Polo to get comfortable.
Yeah, he's actually getting a lot of opportunities just shooting, and Jake's flicking up to the ceiling. You give him 2 or 3 tries at a shot, he's going to make one of them for sure.
Side out.
Wow, big swing from Jake there. Feet planted right in the center of the court. Just out of reach for Gutierrez.
4-8. Side out.
Side out there. No points for Bredenbeck.
Eight, 4. Point. Down 4.
Jake with some bad shot selection, pinching the ball while Polo's waiting in the front for him.
Second serve.
Wow, nice shot from Jake as Polo diving and just out of reach again.
4-9. Good ball, point.
Nice serve. I think he should work off that serve. That's what got him the win last time against Polo, is that drive serve down the right side. Mixing up the serve, every serve, never serving the same serve twice, and that's really good right there.
Nice shot from Gutierrez.
10-5.
Oh, getting away with one. Another bad return. Jake's got to get him out of the middle right there. He pinches that ball every time, and Polo's a half a step away from just redirecting it down the line or into the left corner, and wins the rally easy.
Second serve.
It's 10 serving 5 here in our final match at the Midwest Championships. This is game 1. Gutierrez and Bredenbeck. Nice kick from Jake. Wow. What a rally. Maybe one of the best so far here in game 1. Has Bredenbeck diving all over the floor. And that's great athleticism there by Bredenbeck, but Gutierrez ends up winning the point, putting him up now by 6.
Yeah, really impressive. One of the most mobile big guys you'll see around. I mean, he's not a small guy. You stand next to him, and he seems bigger than he actually is. I think he's, what, about 6'3", 200 pounds maybe, give or take. And
well, if I stand next to him, I look normal. But yeah, for most racquetball players,
yeah, he's just a big guy too. It's not so much that he's extremely tall or extremely muscular, and he just got a big presence about him, and he's about as fast as anybody out there on the court with even with his size.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as we saw from our promo video there, as the battle for #1 continues, he's big on training, and I know he was talking about cardio being a weakness for him, so that's something he's working on, but definitely doesn't lack in power and size.
No,
doesn't stop him
not.
from moving around the court, though.
Yeah, he trains a lot. I was talking to him. I roomed with him this weekend, and he's saying that's all he does right now is just play racquetball and train. Which is pretty fortunate.
Pretty great, yeah.
Nice shot. It's a rough job to just play a sport you love, huh?
Right, right. I know Bredenbeck and yourself, Bobby Horn, recipients of some of the benefits from the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, which helps keep these pros able to just play play racquetball. Wow. Nice rally here. They switch roles here, and Gutierrez steps back into the service box. But for those of you that want to help support dreams like Jake and Bobby have in playing professional racquetball, you can donate by going to reachingyourdreamfoundation.com. Wow.
Jake bringing it a little bit harder now. It's got a little extra pep in his step, ripping the ball a little extra harder. Very typical Jake. When he gets a little bit in trouble, he goes and tries to kill everything as hard as he possibly can. Which I don't know if it'll work in this situation with Polo. He's hoping that Jake will go into that mode and just start swinging with no purpose.
11-5.
Ooh.
And I would think it would be a good time for a timeout. We haven't had one. Jake's down 11-5. He just got it back. Maybe take a timeout. Go talk to your coach. In this case, this weekend it's his dad. Get away from the whole situation of the match right now. And
There's the point.
Jake making me look like I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm sure it's nice, though, especially playing in front of your home crowd and having his parents here to cheer him on. Be a great opportunity for him to win the championship title here today. There's another point for Bredenbeck.
7-11. Good shot, side out.
Polo moving really well out there today as well. Some great footwork. Powered by those bright pink shorts. Looks like they're going to go ahead and take a quick break as things heat up here in game one. We'll be right back. Here we go, Polo Gutierrez serving. Ooh. Wow. Incredible rally in game one. Things are really getting exciting out here now.
Yeah, Jake with a little more urgency on every shot he's taking, a little more purpose to it.
And one signature behind the back of Jake's move. Wow. Oh, oh.
Two rallies in a row around behind the back.
A lot of love from the crowd in Minnesota. Big rallies.
Polo smacking the door like it hit the crack. I don't know if it did. Showing a little more frustration. Jake's hitting that around the back twice in a row is definitely a little bit of blow to the stomach there.
Wiping down the court here. These guys are working hard in game one of our finals at the Midwest Championship. Remember, for the latest and greatest from the WRT, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at World Our Ball Tour.
8 serves 11.
All right, here's Jake as he's closing the gap on Gutierrez.
Point.
All right, couple points in a row now for Bredenbeck. Feeling a change in momentum. Definitely has the crowd on his side.
Yeah, serving a lot better here in the second half of this first game. Not off the back wall, good angles, more straight in stuff. That's a good shot.
Shot from the back of the court. Gutierrez, the side out.
Eleven 9.
Polo kind of comfortable there in the center court. You definitely want to keep him moving.
Oh, an unforced error by Polo.
Down 12. Short. Second serve. Point.
All right, and a point for Jake, now within 2.
10-12.
Jake had another opportunity there and missing that backhand down the line. If he can hit that down the line, he's going to win a lot more points a little easier, with less work.
Big side out here for Bredenbeck.
10-12.
Polo hit almost a perfect serve there, and that shot was amazing. That's all I can say about that one. Followed by an amazing serve.
Big
oh,
ace
and a wet
from
ball
Bredenbeck.
serve called. Nope, not an ace
Wet
serve.
ball, nope.
Yep, the ball slid off the ground, and the ref saw it, and looks like Jake saw it too, so
all right,
we're going to replay that serve.
10-12.
There it is.
Wow. Really set up there for that shot. Kind of waiting on it.
Jake found a serve. That was just as good as the wet ball serve.
11-12.
Without
Yeah,
the wet ball.
that corner is pretty tricky there where the glass meets the glass.
Long second serve. Second serve.
Jake on a roll here, tying it up 12-12 in game 1 of our finals at the Midwest Championship.
12 serve 12. Timeout.
Gutierrez doesn't want him to get too far for that. You can hear a pin drop here of the crowd when Gutierrez wins that
12
point.
serve 12.
The side out.
They're waiting for Jake to win
Yeah.
this game so they can just explode.
Shot, timeout.
Oh, there they are cheering on Jake Bredenbeck with the side out.
12 serve 12. Skip ball.
No love for Polo out there right now.
12 serve 12. Timeout.
And an error from Polo gives Jake the opportunity here to get some points as we're tied 12-12 in game 1.
12 serve 12. Long. Second serve. Point.
And that's awesome. It's crazy how hard Jake hits the ball with just a flick of that wrist. He crushes that ball with probably a foot-long swing right there.
And puts him in the lead.
Amazing serve. Wow. And Jake is feeling it now.
He is. The momentum's on his side as he reaches his first game point. You can hear the crowd yelling, "Hit it like you mean it," for Jake.
14-12.
He gets this point and this place goes crazy right now.
Oh, yeah.
Serve.
Wow,
Ace
and
serve.
ending it on an ace serve. Bredenbeck taking game 1 over Polo Gutierrez with the home crowd in Minnesota on his side. We're going to go ahead and hear from our sponsors, but we'll be right back with game 2. And we're back here for game 2 at the Midwest Championships. This is the final match between Polo Gutierrez, number 1 on tour, and Jake Bredenbeck, number 3. Bredenbeck coming back to win in game 1 with a final score of 15-12. Pretty incredible, coming from behind, tying it up 12-12, and the crowd on his side cheering him on the whole way. Joining me on the microphone is David Bobby Horn, WRT Pro. David, any thoughts here, between game 1 and game 2? What do you want to see?
I mean, if I'm in Polo's corner, I am basically just telling him to hope that Jake doesn't serve like that. I know that that's one of the big problems with anybody. If someone's serving like that, you're going to have a tough time losing. But that's every time I've seen Polo have trouble is because someone's serving very hard and keeping him off balance. If I'm in Jake's corner, I say focus on that serve and make sure you get it in if you want to win this match.
Quick side out here, puts Gutierrez back in the service box.
0 serve 0.
And an error from Bredenbeck gives Gutierrez the first point here of the game 2.
1-0. Point.
2 in a row here for Gutierrez, opening up game 2.
2-0. Tied out.
Nice returns there from Bredenbeck.
0-2. Point.
And that's what
Wow.
he needs right there.
Another ace from Bredenbeck. That's the tough serving we were talking about.
1-2.
Gives him his first point.
Tied out.
Gutierrez not going to let Bredenbeck run away just
2-1.
yet here. Still leading by 1.
Short serve, short serve. Second serve. Skip ball, side out.
Nice wide angle into that glass.
Yeah, had Polo following it all the way around and skipping.
1-2.
Out of the corner of death.
There it is.
There's a nice serve.
Skip ball, point.
Unforced error by Polo. Both players missing a couple easy ones. Unforced error ties it up at 2-2.
Two serves, 2. Court. Second serve.
Wow, what a second serve and then unforced error. Tried to volley that out of the air.
Yeah, starting out here, game 2, each of them with a couple errors. So at least it's balanced for the 2 of them. Nice shot there from Gutierrez. Bredenbeck, not much he could do.
And Bredenbeck read that ball. Just pulled it too
3-2.
good.
Puts
You know-
Polo back in the lead.
It's good that Jake read it, though. Polo might think twice before going for that pinch next time. Although he lost that rally, it might benefit him here in the long run.
Point.
All right, 2 in a row for Gutierrez.
And I will not be surprised at all to see a
4-2.
tie break here. Polo's really good at coming back from a game down and get himself back into the match.
Short serve.
Yeah, both these players went to tiebreaker last night in their semifinal matches. Gutierrez against Cliff Swain and Bredenbeck against Alex Cardona to put them in the finals today. Bredenbeck a little frustrated. You can hear the crowd coaxing Jake into taking a timeout. He's going to stay out there.
Yeah, he's not a big fan of the timeouts.
Not really.
Point.
Funny though, I had him on the microphone a couple times this weekend and he was talking about the strategic use of timeouts, but I haven't seen him really employ that.
Tough wide angle.
Yeah, had it jammed up there in the back. See if Bredenbeck can close the gap
2-6.
here, down 4 in game 2. Going for that corner
Second
again.
serve. Point.
It's a good second serve. Jam serve. Polo having to hop over it, then catch up to it.
3-6.
Did ceiling ball off the back wall. A really, really good serve.
Yeah, that seems to be really working for him at the end of game 1 and now going into game 2. in the corner of death. Thanks to Dan Salamone for helping me coin that term. All right, he made it happen up there at the front. That's going to put him within 1 of tying this game up.
5-6. Second serve.
See what he does for the second serve, if he switches it up or goes for the power.
And that's 2 amazing second serves to the right side, and then he skips his second. He's got a, I mean, he's going to make those eventually, so he just got to stick with this game plan right now. He's doing a good job.
6 serves 5.
And Polo's doing a great job of staying in those rallies when he hits almost a perfect serve. Oh my God.
Wow. Lots of love from the crowd. Great rally in game 2.
If you guys could see that at home, but that ball was behind Jake right there, and he got his racket behind his body to pinch that ball.
Polo putting a stop to that. Not going to let him get any more points. Still in the lead by 1. Oh. I thought he was going to get it on that second attempt. Side out for Bredenbeck.
5-6.
Jake trying to jam him up. Misses angle a little bit.
6-5.
What a good rally. Unforced error.
Quick point for Gutierrez.
8-5.
Jake probably should take a timeout, but like Jake, he wants to will his way through everything.
Short serve. Second serve.
Big swing there from Jake.
Five-8.
Nice get, but then he jumped right in there. That's going to be a side out then for Gutierrez. Definitely going to have to clean the floor up after that one. These guys are working hard out there. It's pretty humid out here today. It's pretty warm in here. It's about 70 degrees here in Minneapolis. So if we're talking about heat and swinging, I know next weekend we'll be in Columbia, where it's about 90 degrees and humid. What's kind of the strategy here for you guys as you try not to wear out those arms from all this swinging? I mean, with Jake hitting as hard as he does, how do you guys recover so fast for the next event?
One is a good thing for these guys. They're not playing doubles. That's a good thing to do before a long tournament like that. But between, I guess, today and we start on Thursday, so they'll just ice, rest, make sure you hydrate, make sure you stretch out, and work out a little bit this week, hit a little bit, and just keep yourself kind of in tune without doing too much. It's mainly just getting your muscles recovered so you can be ready again on Thursday and staying on point at the same time.
Right. Looks like Jake's going to go ahead and take a timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. This is game 2 of our finals match between Polo Gutierrez and Jake Bredenbeck. We're here at the University of Minnesota Rec and Wellness Center, and we'd like to remind you all of a special promo we have for GearboxRB.com. When you place your order today, you'll get 15% your entire purchase. Now, this promo is going to end today, so go online and make your order right now using the promo code WRT. Looks like Bredenbeck and Gutierrez are ready to keep game 2 going. Bredenbeck taking game 1. 15-12 over Gutierrez, who is now leading in game 2. Of course, I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and on the mic right now is David Bobby Horn, one of our WRT pros. Bobby, you said your money's on Jake, right?
Mm-hmm. I picked Jake.
Non-search 5.
Let's see what happens.
Non-search 5. Court. Second serve.
Wow, tough rally there. Jake just out of reach. There's a point for Gutierrez, up by 5. He can close out this game here. He'll be sending us to breaker.
Search 5.
Wow.
That's what we like to see, some showmanship there from Bredenbeck. And it works. He got the side out.
5-10.
Similar situation as game 1. Jake found himself behind.
Short serve.
See if he can get a couple points here.
Second serve. Ten-5.
Gutierrez looking comfortable and confident out there with his 6-point lead right now.
That serve is short, but I'm blind, I guess. Both players saw good and the ref saw good.
12-5.
It's 2 in a row then for Gutierrez.
Jake can't worry about losing right now. He's just got to get his serve in, focus on the serve right now instead of worrying about the score.
2 bounces, point. Six 12. Court. Second serve. Replay.
Jake taking about 3 seconds in between his serves, just grabbing the ball, walking in, hitting it.
I think he's trying to keep the pace on his side and keep it moving.
Exactly.
We've talked about that being a strategy here on air before. Depending on who you're playing and what you're going for, whether you're slowing it down or keeping it going fast here.
Unless you're Cardona.
Yeah, Cardona consistently takes his time in the service box. Ooh. All right, the crowd getting going again here for Bredenbeck as he's talking himself through that one.
7-12.
Wow, it's a great serve.
Another great serve and another ace for Bredenbeck.
8-12.
It's almost identical to last game. Jake just starts firing dry serves.
Timeout.
Getting frustrated there as he was chipping away, closing the gap with Gutierrez, who's now again looking comfortable and in control as he steps into the service box.
Short serve. Second serve. Skip ball. Side out.
Bredenbeck getting lucky there as Gutierrez skips it.
That ball looked like it was coming off the back wall a lot and kind of just died at the very end. Great ceiling ball by Jake.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, and a crack.
Incredible rally here. Some awesome racquetball from our finalists, Bredenbeck and Gutierrez.
Now.
Gutierrez just polos everywhere. I mean, that's amazing court coverage.
Absolutely. Moving really well out there. That's something we've been seeing a lot now from Gutierrez as he's hitting the floor, and everybody's making the #1 work hard out here to stay in at the top.
9-12.
Polo hitting his legs. Looks like he might be getting a little fatigued in his legs. Maybe some lactic acid going on.
Nice get.
Side out.
Wow, another great rally. And a side out. Checking the floor. It's pretty hot and humid here in Minnesota today. We are at the University.
Second serve. Point.
All right, and a point for Gutierrez.
13-9.
13-9. Jake holding his racket up, trying to slow down Polo's rhythm here a little bit.
Gutierrez can take this game. We're going to breaker.
Point.
All right, this is going to be game point then for Gutierrez here in game 2 of our final.
14-9.
14 serving 9.
Gutierrez very determined there in that point, just out of reach for Bredenbeck, which means we're going to breaker. Bredenbeck a little frustrated, I think, with himself here. And we'll be right back after this. You're watching the finals between Jake Bredenbeck and Polo Gutierrez as we go to breaker here in Game 3. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and WRT Pro David Bobby Horn is on the mic with me right now. Take a moment to recognize one of our supporters, the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, who helps power Bobby and Jake, who's playing right now. Supporting their dreams of playing professionally, we were talking about how much time and effort it goes into being a pro on and off the court, and how those fees can kind of add up as you're going from event to event. So to support the sport and support these players chase their dreams, go to reachingyourdreamfoundation.com, click the donate button, and know that you're helping grow the sport of racquetball and supporting these players. Bobby, how's your experience been so far here this weekend at the Midwest Championships?
It's been a good tournament. Haven't had my best week personally, but as far as the event goes, it's been really great. A lot of great matches, a lot of good local players here that I didn't know were this good. I knew that John Goth was a very good player, but there's a bunch of other guys that I've seen play that are very, very, very talented as well. So that has been awesome. The people here are nice. Seems like that's a common factor in most places.
It is. Everyone treats us really well everywhere we go, and of course we're grateful for that.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be here. It's the first time I've been here, and I've just enjoyed it overall, regardless of my results this weekend.
And we'll be back next year here for another event. But next week we'll be in Cali, Colombia for the Columbia Open, so make sure you tune in on Friday and Saturday. We're switching it up a bit, as we'll be down in Colombia. So Friday we'll have the quarters and semis, and on Saturday will be the finals. You can check that out on Facebook if you follow us at World R-Ball Tour. Right now we're going to get into the breaker. We have Polo Gutierrez, who came back to win Game 2 15-9, and Bredenbeck winning Game 1 15-12. It's been a super competitive final here today, and anything can happen as we go to breaker. Of course, we love to hear from our fans, so if you want to go ahead and place your wager, post it to our Facebook page or Twitter. You can follow us at World R-Ball Tour.
Polo service the tiebreaker.
Looks like Polo's going to start serving here in Game 3. Best of luck to both players. Anything can happen. It's like clean slate.
Zero serve 0. Got out.
Perfect start for Jake. Quick side out. He needs to just hop on it right away and get a big run. That was a great rally. Polo hitting 3-4 perfect shots, and Jake scrapping away until that final one.
Each player siding out, so we're still at 0-0 in Game 3.
Oh, wow.
Nice shot from Polo. Gives him the first point here in Game 3.
1-0.
Bredenbeck ready to answer back, and he has the crowd on his side as he's representing for Minnesota here this weekend.
We're about 3-4 rallies in, and the quality of the shots have already gone up twofold since the last game.
Crowd loving that rally here as Bredenbeck earns his first point.
1 serve 1. Short serve. Second serve.
Wow, it kind of died there in the back corner as Jake went to chase it down.
One serves one. Point.
It's extremely tough. Good serve. Waiting for Jake to hit that cross court. And then to catch that ball
2-1.
while it's coming that fast in a volley is very difficult to hit right down the line every time like that.
Short serve.
Short serve.
Second serve. Timeout.
Nice effort from Polo, but just short of hitting that wall.
Polo, is it wet?
It looks like they're checking the court. Looks dry, and
One serve.
Bredenbeck stepping into the service box. We've seen some great serving here from Bredenbeck. Wow, nice shot there. Kind of died in the corner again.
Two, one.
Ooh.
Wow,
Wow.
and two amazing gets.
Yeah, excellent rally. Both players hitting the floor. You could see Gutierrez thought he was going to catch Jake going the wrong way. Jake picking it up, and Gutierrez just short of winning that point.
Yeah, that was amazing. Jake hit a good forehand.
1-2.
Polo dove and looked like he hit a winner, and Jake lays out and then recovers and then hits a perfect shot.
Unfortunate, hit himself there on the serve.
Check the ball.
They're going to check the ball for a wet ball. Polo dries it off there on the floor. And then hits himself in the calf.
These guys might be getting a little tired here. They're physically pushing each other to the limit here.
Yeah, they are moving all over the court here, and it's game 3 after both of them going a tiebreaker last night in their semifinal matches.
And that's the shot right there for Jake if he wants to win this breaker. He needs to be able to hit that line with the backhand, not open the court up to Polo's forehand so much.
1-2.
And then vice versa for Polo, he needs to keep making Jake hit that cross court. And there's a perfect serve by Jake Bredenbeck to tie the game at 2-2.
Two serves, two.
There's another one.
2 in a row.
Three, two.
I'd like to see Jake go for it again here. Just get after it and go for that serve. He's getting it in fine here.
Polo kind of just waiting on that as he's set up a little bit.
Two, three. Point.
Tying it up here 3-3 in game 3.
Three serves, three.
Very nice shot.
Three serves, three. Good ball, point.
Ooh, nice hustle by Polo, just short and skips it. There's a point for Bredenbeck. Bredenbeck back in the lead in game 3, up by 1.
4-3. Balances, point.
And this has got to be a little frustrating for Polo. Second match in a row where people were just hitting bombs each way to him. I mean, he's done an amazing job in keeping himself into each match, even though people are drive serving extremely well.
5-3.
And Jake is now turning it up in the tiebreaker here with some good serves.
Ooh.
And Jake literally willing himself through this tiebreaker, just hitting the drive serve as hard as he possibly can, low and hard, and getting a lot of setups. Even on that last shot, he's just pounding as hard as he can to pass Polo.
Jake taking the momentum here, 3 in a row.
Point.
With the crowd on your side, that's got to help, but it looks like, yeah, Polo's going to try to break that.
Very, very smart timeout by Polo right now.
Things are heating up here in game 3. We'll be right back after this.
Okay, Tom 10. 7-3.
This is game 3 tiebreaker between Bredenbeck and Gutierrez in our final at the Midwest Championships.
So good.
Bredenbeck serving bombs right now and on a roll with 5 points in a row, coming out strong after that timeout.
8-3.
Wow.
Great effort by Jake. Fortunate bounce for Polo on that backhand. Getting that crack on the sidewall. And now we're at 3 serving 8, and everybody at home get ready for an interesting part in the game right here. See if Polo can get a couple points. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I think with some of Polo's experience, he's been in these situations before, so he's not rattled. And let's see if he can put some more pressure on Jake. It is quite amusing to hear how quiet it is as Polo steps back into the service box. Wow. Jammed up there against the wall.
Jake's doing a great job in this tiebreaker, moving Polo out of the center court. Obviously, with that drive serve, he's keeping him in the back of the court, and then easy pinches.
Handball. 3-8.
Oh my God, and Polo still got that.
So close.
8-3. Good ball, point.
Tough there, 2 skips in a row for Polo.
Everybody
Bredenbeck.
yelling 2
Yeah.
times, wants 2 more serves like that. Like it's the easiest thing in the world.
Side out.
Polo looked real comfortable there with that side out. Here's Polo's opportunity to put the pressure on Jake again.
Short serve. Second serve. Replay.
It's the right shot, though. Polo staying in every rally, making Jake work for every point.
Green on.
Jake talking himself down there. Gutierrez gets a point here. He was stuck at 3 for a little while.
4-9.
Big setup for Jake. I think Polo thought it skipped.
Yeah, Polo thought it skipped. Sometimes the ball just looks different when you're in the court. It looked okay to me, but it's the honest truth. It's tough when you're playing or when you're reffing. It's on both sides. Looked good to most of the people out here, but everybody's going for Jake, so I'm not sure.
This is a Jake crowd.
Second
They're
serve.
waiting for the next ace here.
Oh my goodness. No, for being down in the game and Jake's serving well, and Polo just still just sticks with what he does and doesn't overswing and hits a perfect shot when he gets the opportunity. It's very impressive.
Point.
And I don't know why Jake stopped playing there. He got a setup even though
I couldn't see it short.
A little arguing with the ref there. There's a point for Gutierrez.
thought it was a short serve, but I mean after you get that setup on that forehand side, just put it down. You get the advantage there, and he's got to stick with it no matter what happens. It's just too good.
Crowd cheering Jake on, saying you just need 2. He is 2 away from closing out this match and potentially being named the Midwest Championship champion.
Yeah, it's as a player you got to think get 1 in this moment.
9-5.
It's he just needs 1 right here. He's been stuck on 9 for a little bit. If he can get 1 here, I think he has a good chance here. There it is. There's the 1. Match point for Jake Bredenbeck. Championship point.
All right. Very quiet here as Gutierrez sides out Bredenbeck on his first match point with an opportunity to close the gap.
Wow. It's really good. Jake just needs to keep that ball off the back wall, and that's a winner. And Polo's still keeping himself alive here.
And Jake has had some trouble this weekend closing out some games. You know what happened in the quarterfinals against Jaime Martel, although he did manage to close out the match. So a little bit of pressure here for Bredenbeck. He's saying 1 more. All he needs is 1 more point. This is his second match point of our Midwest Championships.
10-6.
Incredible rally to end on. That means Jake Bredenbeck is the champion here of our Midwest Championships, winning in front of the home crowd. The final score 11-6 in the breaker. Just an incredible match. We'd like to thank you all for watching and supporting the WRT. Thank you, David Bobby Horn, for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and make sure you tune in next Friday. We're going to go ahead and talk to the players, so stick around. We'll be right back with some interviews.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for those 2 competitors here at the Midwest Championships. What a finale. We're going to hear from Polo Gutierrez. Congratulations, that was an incredible match. How are you feeling? Game 2, moving really well, coming back. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm just tired and happy this end. So, but I'm happy because Jake played awesome. He's in his hometown. I hope I can win in mine. So Let's give it a round of applause to Jake. But I'm still winning 3-2, so.
Well, congratulations, Polo, and we'll see you next weekend when we're in Colombia. Excellent match. Thank you. Still number one. Let's bring out Jake Bredenbeck, our champion here in Minnesota. Congratulations to Jake. Winning his second WRT championship. Jake, how are you feeling? I mean, you were serving incredibly. Talk to us a little bit about how your shoulder's feeling.
It hurts a lot. No. First of all, I want to thank all you guys for coming out. It's awesome to be able to play here for WRT and to have the support of all you guys. You know, we don't get to come out and play. I say this every tournament, but it's true. We don't get to play unless you guys, you know, make it possible for us. So thank you guys. Polo played very well, had me on defense quite a bit. The thing that kept me in the game was the serve. I felt good serving. Once I kind of got into the first game a little bit, I felt more comfortable and just kind of went with it, and that's what won me the match.
So I know you had the crowd on your side here, but you dug yourself out of a couple holes. Can you talk about how it feels to play in front of everyone here in Minnesota?
It's awesome. I mean, this is where I grew up, so this is still home to me. So it's awesome to come back and play here, especially to win. You know, it's, I don't know, I guess a little bit added pressure because you want to do well because you're from here. So, but it feels really good to win, and yeah, just thank you guys for coming out. It's awesome.
All right, well, congratulations once again to our champion, Midwest Championships. Congratulations. We'd again like to thank you all. A special thanks to our tournament directors, Brian Phillips and Mitch Hoffman, and to our local sponsors for making it happen. Once again, Rodney Southwood from Freight Management Logistics, Brian Turtle from Turtle's Bar and Grill, and of course, Brian Phillips from Splat Shots. And a big thank you to our presenting sponsor, Gearbox. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next year for the Midwest Championships in 2016.